Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are enjoying the digital classes. Welcome to the next session of the digital class. Today we will be seeing an interesting topic. Let me start today's topic with a simple question. Children, have you observed your surroundings? What are the different things you see? You will be seeing different types of things, isn't it so? Such as animals, plants, human beings, different types of non-living materials such as doors, windows, utensils, vehicles, etc. So, we are having two different types of things in our surroundings. They are living things and non-living things. So, let us see what do you mean by living thing and what do you mean by non-living thing. Living things. All living things grow and change. The living things need food, water and air to live. So, here you see children, in this slide you can observe trees are there, animals are there, dogs are there, different flowers are there, frog is there. That means plants and animals, they come under living things. Have you understood children? So, these things they require food, water and air to live. They are called as living things. Apart from the living things, another one is there, that is non-living things. So, what do you observe in the slide children? You see here a table is there and you can also see spoons, knives, forks, bags, cell phone, uniform, shoes, rocks, etc. All these are called as non-living things. So, non-living things, do they live? No, they don't live. They are not alive. So, do non-living things require anything? No, they don't need food, water or air. So, these are the two types of things. Have you understood? Living things and non-living things. In non-living things, we won't discuss regarding about that. In living things, I said that plants are there, animals are there, human beings are there. So, coming to this, we will be discussing about plants. So, today the topic which we are going to discuss is plants, their parts and their functions. So, today our lesson is plants, parts and functions. So, here why we have to discuss about the plants? Because plants are very important. So, what is the importance of plants? Without plants, life cannot exist on the earth. There is no life on the earth without the plants. So, you know that 75% of our land is covered with the help of water, remaining is 1/3% is covered with the land. Again in that also, most of the land is covered with the help of this forests only. Forest means nothing but plants, isn't it? So, here plants are very important for us. Now, we will be discussing what are the uses of plants, why we have to study about the plants. Plants, these are the primary source of food for people and as well as animals. They give food for the people, human beings, insects and all those things, and for the animals also. Not only that one, you know that plants, they will be producing oxygen. They take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and they produces oxygen, which will be taken during the process of respiration in the case of human beings. Not only that one, plants keeps us cool. They give cool breeze. They make the atmosphere also cool. And plants renew, that is filter the air. What is the meaning of renew or filter? They remove the impurities from the air and make the air fresh. So, these are the uses of plants. Not only these uses, some other uses are also there with the help of these plants. Let us see what are the other uses of the plants. See here children. They slow the wind speed. That means wind speed will be slowed down. So, that is the function of plants. Not only that one, these plants, they provide a home for wildlife. You know wildlife, different types of wild animals will be present. Tigers, lions and many others, snakes. So, where do they live? They live in the forest. Do they have home? Do they construct home? Do they have apartments? No, they won't be having all these things. So, where they will be living? They will be living in the jungle itself. They will be living in the forest itself. What does forest consist of? Plants. So, that is why plants, they will be providing a home for the wildlife. And the next one is plants beautify surroundings. What does it mean? They make the surroundings very beautiful for us. So, they will be giving a aesthetic sense. And not only that one, plants perfume the air. Perfume the air means they will be giving good aroma or good smell. With the help of these plants, the surroundings will be beautiful and will be having good smell also. And the last one, but not the least one, it is most important one, plants they provide timber. That timber, it is useful for building materials such as so many wooden things will be formed from that. And not only that one, this plant timber is also used as a fuel. So many people and the villages till now they don't have biogas or some other gas, isn't it so? Then how they will be cooking their food? The children, they will be going to the nearby forests or some places, they will be collecting the wood from those areas, and that wood will be used as a fuel for cooking purposes. So, these are the various uses of plants. So, that is why plants are very much important for us. Let us see the next one, that is here, what are the parts of a plant? So, you know that we human being has different parts, isn't it so? We have eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hands, legs, etc. In the same manner, the plants also has different parts. So, let us see what are the different parts of a plant. So, we will be learning to identify the different parts of a plant, to describe how the different plant parts will be working in this lesson. See here children, the next one, what does a plant require to grow? So, it requires sunlight, air, water, nutrients or minerals from the soil. So, plant will be requiring all these things, simply they don't grow. What do they require? Sunlight, air, water and nutrients or minerals which are present in the soil. So, here when a seed, so how do we get a plant? Just simply do we get the plant? So many times you will be getting the plants. From where do we get this plant? When you sow the seed, that seed will be developing into a plant. Sometimes it will be growing, some seeds will be growing, but some conditions are required for that also seed to develop into a small plant. So what are the conditions required? See here children, when a seed has sunlight, air in the sense from the air they take carbon dioxide gas, water and nutrients, it will begin to germinate or it will start slowly growing. And the young plant that is growing from a seed is called as seedling. What it is called as? Seedling. And now slowly this seedling will be developing into a big plant after some time. So have you understood children? What does the seed require to grow? It requires sunlight, air, water and minerals. Is it clear children? Yes. Now let us see the next one here. What does a plant has? What are the different parts of a plant? So major organs of a plant, you can see different parts such as roots, stem, leaves, flowers and fruits. So these are the different organs of a plant. There are four basic parts you can see in this picture very clearly. The underground part is root system and the part which is above the ground is called as shoot system. Root system, it includes only roots. Shoot system, it includes stem, leaf and as well as flowers. So these are the basic parts of a plant. Is it clear children? Have you observed the plants? Have you seen them? I think simply when you are just moving here and there, you will be plucking the plants for time pass. Isn't it so? When you pluck the plants also, you can see that underground part which is present, it is called as the root system and the part which is above the ground is called as the shoot system. Now we will be seeing here what are their functions. See children, the shoot system is found above the ground and the root system is found below the ground or under the ground. Roots are clearly present. So they are present below the ground. What is the function of the root? It holds the plant in the soil. It gives anchorage to the plant. Plant will be standing in the soil with the help of root only. And not only that one, it also helps in a process called as absorption. What is the meaning of absorption? Absorption means nothing but absorbing the water and as well as nutrients from the soil. So that is the main function of root. Root mainly helps in two functions. What are those? It gives anchorage, that is it gives support to the plant to stand in the soil. That is the first one. And second one is it helps in absorption. What does it absorb? It absorbs water and as well as nutrients from the soil. What are the functions of roots? The roots are underground portion which hold the plant in the soil and absorb water and minerals from the soil. So here they gives the same function is given here. It anchors the plant, it absorbs the water, and not only that one, another function is also there for the roots. Some of the roots, they store the food materials. Those roots are called as tuberous roots. What they are called as? Tuberous roots. So a small activity is being conducted here to know the function of absorption of water by roots. So in this you have to take 2 beakers or 2 glass tumblers. In this glass tumblers you fill them with water. In one of the tumbler you add red ink, and now take 2 small plants or twigs which are having small roots also and put it in the glass tumblers. Now leave it this for 2 to 3 hours, and after 2 to 3 hours if you observe it carefully, you can see that the stem portion of the second plant, that is where we have kept the red ink in that stem portion is converted into red color. What does this mean? This means that roots are absorbing the water and that water is now transported to the stem. That is why the stem has converted into the red color. So this activity is used to demonstrate that roots helps in the process of absorption. The next one, I already said that roots help in storing the food materials also. So here what they will be doing, some of the roots, they store the food materials. Those roots which store the food materials are called as tuberous roots. What they are called as? Tuberous roots. Carrots, beetroots and radish. Carrots, beetroots and radish, they help in storing the food materials. That is why these roots are called as tuberous roots. Have you understood, children? So this is regarding about the roots. Where is roots present? Roots are present under the ground, and these are the functions of the root. So this is the main part of the plant. There are 2 types of root systems are there. So what are the 2 types of root systems? We will be seeing in detail. So the first one is taproot system and the second one is fibrous root system. So what is meant by taproot system? So taproot system, it is a type of root system where only single root is considered as the main root. So here first one is fibrous roots. So they are shorter, smaller and more compact, and they don't have main root here, and they are helpful for easy transplantation. So which type of plants will be having this root system? They are banana, coconut, rice, corn, sugarcane and all grasses. So in this, the root system which is present is called as fibrous root system, or it is also called as adventitious root system. So I said that 2 types of root systems are there. What are those? Fibrous root system and taproot system. So now see about the taproot system. So taproot systems, in this taproots are large central roots which are having branches. So the main root which is present, it is called as main root, and its branches are called as lateral roots, and these branches are having still small branches. They are called as tertiary roots. Where does this type of root system is present? It is present in mango, avocado, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, etc. So these type of plants, they are having this type of root system. Now let us see the next part of the plants, children, that is stem. So here you know that the portion above the ground is called as the stem portion. So have you seen it is which colored? It is mostly in green color. Roots are which colored? Mostly in brown color, isn't it? So now let us see what are the functions of stem. The stem holds up the plant and moves water and nutrients through it. So it gives support to the plant and also it helps in the absorption of water from the roots. The functions of stem. The stem has branches and the branches have leaves. The stem carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. The stem helps and gives support to the plant so that it can withstand in the soil. Functions of the stem, it not only gives the support for the plant, it also gives support for the leaves and also it gives support for the reproductive structures. So, what are the reproductive structures of a plant? We will be seeing in detail afterwards in the next class. So, these are the different functions of stem. Not only that one, they also help in food storage and they also help in reproduction of plants by some processes. Those processes are cuttings, graftings, etc. So, apart from this, some of the green stems also helps in manufacturing food. Actually, the function of manufacturing food is done by leaves, but some of the green stems also helps in manufacturing the food. So, these are the various functions of stem. So, here see children, activity is being carried out to show that stems carry food material. For this activity you can see here children, you can take 2 glasses which are filled with water and in that water, as if we have done the activity for the absorption of roots, in the same manner it is given 2 tumblers when with red ink water and other simple water which are having 2 twigs and leave it for the 2 to 3 hours. So, what will happen? You can see that the lower glass tumbler which is having the twig, it is turned into red color, which shows, what does this finally record children? It shows that stem helps in the process of absorption of water. First of all, the water which is taken by the roots, now it will be taken up by the stem and now that stem will be sending the water to different parts of a plant. This activity shows that how stem will be helpful for transportation of water which is absorbed by the roots. Apart from this, stem also helps in storing the food materials. It also stores food materials. So, they are called as tuberous stems. In the same manner, here also some of the stems such as ginger, garlic, onions, potatoes, turmeric, they also store food materials. So, what they are called as tuberous stems. So, these are modified stems, potato, garlic, turmeric, they will be storing the food materials. They will be present under the ground. So, this is regarding about the stems. So, we have seen now what is a stem and what are its functions. Now, the next one is, depending upon the type of stem, a plant can be divided into different types. The first one which we can see here, so this is a tree, and the second one, if the stem is not very big, so it is somewhat bushy, so these are bush, and the next one, these are nothing but it is a grass. So, here this is regarding about different types of plants according to their stem. Now, you can see here another part of the plant, that is leaves. So, have you seen the leaves children? Yes. What is the function of leaf? Leaf helps in preparing the food. So, here how do they prepare the food? They use light, air, water and nutrients to make food for the plant. So, normally at our home, where do we prepare the food? We prepare the food in kitchen, isn't it so? In the same manner, plant also has some part, that is specially leaves, where the food is being prepared, and leaves are considered as the food preparatory organs in a plant. So, why do the leaves prepare the food? Because they have a pigment in them. So, here normally leaves are which colored? Leaves are green in color, isn't it so? Why they are green in color? Due to the presence of a pigment called as chlorophyll. So, where does this chlorophyll is present? It is present in one of the cell organelle called as chloroplast. So, inside the chloroplast, chlorophyll is present, which helps in carrying a process of preparing the food, and that process is called as photosynthesis. So, here leaves, what is meant by a leaf? It is a flattened outgrowth of the stem. It helps in the process of photosynthesis, respiration and transpiration, and they produces food by the plant and also store it for the later use. These are the functions of leaf. Now, there are basic parts of leaves are there. So, what are the basic parts of the leaf? Leaf will be having different parts. The base of the leaf is called as leaf base, and the stalk. Stalk means here you will be having a small structure by which we can hold the leaf. That stalk like structure is called as petiole, and the expanded portion of the leaf is called as lamina, and inside the lamina some lines are present. Those lines are called as veins. What they are called as? Veins. And there are different types of veins are there. One vein which is present in the middle, which is a prominent one, it is called as midvein, and the branches of these veins are called as veinlets. And here these veins, they have arrangement of these veins. Veins will be arranged in different processes in different leaves. So, there are two types of arrangements are there. We will see in detail what are these two types of arrangements. So, here the arrangement of veins on the leaves is called as venation. So, here this is regarding about parts of a leaf. So, next one, see children here. So, here see the midrib. So, there is a large central vein from which all other veins extend is called as the midrib. And I said that venation. Venation here is of two types. So, here what are those two venations? Parallel venation and reticulate venation. What is meant by parallel venation? What is meant by reticulate venation? We will see it now in detail. If the leaf is having veinlets which is having branches, it just look like a network or it just look like web-like structure. So, that type of venation is called as reticulate venation. Venation, if the veins are not prominent, all are prominent veins are there. From top to bottom, all are prominent veins. That venation is called as parallel venation. Is it clear children? Have you understood about venation? Children, now here a small video is being played. You observe it carefully children. In this we can observe the root system and as well as the venation. See children here, this is a plant. It is having one type of root system. So, in this root system you can see that no prominent root is there. All are main roots only. No specific main root is there. So, that type of root system which is not having main root is called as fibrous root system. This is also called as adventitious root system. Is it clear children? No main root. All are main roots only. So, that is why here this root system is called as fibrous root system. Where we can see it in grasses, we can see it in banana plant, etc. Is it clear children? Can you observe it? Have you seen like this type of root system in your surroundings? If not, you just now pick a grass and observe it. You can see it. See, this is the second type of plants in which you can observe very clearly one main root is present. Can see children here? Only one main root which is having many branches. These branches are called as secondary roots, and those branches are having still many branches. They are called as lateral roots and tertiary roots. And this type of root system where one main root is present, this is called as taproot system. So, here the first one is fibrous root system, no main root here, all are main roots only. The second one is one main root is present, this is taproot system. Have you understood children? The next one you can go for the leaves. So, see children, this is the leaf, and here the different parts of the leaf, this is the stalk of the leaf. You can see what it is called as, I said, petiole. What it is called as? Petiole. And the base of the leaf is called as leaf base, and the expanded portion is called as lamina. And the tip of the leaf, you can see the tip of the leaf, it is called as apex. Base is called as leaf base. And you can see inside the leaf, the lines are present. Is it clear children? Those lines are called as veins. And the middle one is called as midvein, or it is also called as midrib. And the branches are called as veinlets. Is it clear children? And here you can see main vein is present, veinlets are present. It is just looking like a network or a web-like structure. That is why this type of venation is called as reticulate venation. You can see here also another leaf. Here also it is clearly observed, main vein is present, branches are present, it is looking just like a network. So, this type of venation is called as reticulate venation. See the second type of leaf, children. Only one midrib is not present. All the veins are starting from the bottom and ending at the end. So, all are main veins only. All are arranged parallelly. So, this type of venation is called as parallel venation. So, here children, in grass also you can observe parallel venation is seen. And one important thing you have to remember here, plants which are having taproot system, they will be having reticulate venation and they are called as dicots. And plants which are having fibrous root systems, they are having a parallel venation and they are called as monocots. So, here these are two types of venations. Is it clear, children? Have you understood? This is taproot system and reticulate venation. They are called as dicots. And this is fibrous root system and parallel venation. They are called as monocots. Dicots and monocots. Dicots here they are having two cotyledons. Monocots they are having only one cotyledon. How do you respire? How do you take your oxygen? You will be breathing with the help of your nose, isn't it so? In the same manner, plants also undergo the process of breathing. How do the plants breathe? Do the plant have nose? Have you seen the nose of plant? No, isn't it so? But it is present. It can be seen under the microscope. The leaves are having small openings. Those openings are called as stomata. What they are called as? Stomata. So, these stomata help in the process of exchange of gases in plants. So, let us see regarding about this stomata in detail. Stomata or stoma, it is nothing but a small hole which is present on the leaf. They are guarded by two kidney-shaped cells are present. They are called as God cells which helps in the plants to breathe and transpire. They help in the process of transpiration and they also help in the process of respiration. The function of stoma is they help in exchange of gases in the leaf. Here it is having two kidney-shaped cells. Those kidney-shaped cells are called as God cells and a small opening is present here. This opening is called as stoma and the surrounding kidney-shaped cells, some other cells are present. They are called as subsidiary cells. This stoma, whenever requires air, it opens very big and whenever it does not require, it closes down. So, here during this opening and closing only the exchange of gases will be taking place. So, this is regarding about the function of stomata. And apart from this, another function of stomata is transpiration. What is meant by transpiration? Excess of water, whatever the plant is absorbing. A plant takes more amount of water with the help of root. Now, whatever the excess water is there, it will be sending outside. Excess of water from the plant is removed in the form of water vapor. That process is called as transpiration. Summer season, during the night times, you will be sleeping under the plants, isn't it so? Why do you like to sleep under the plants? Why? Because it will feel somewhat cool, isn't it? So, here an experiment is being conducted. See in this experiment, children, here a plant is taken. To this plant, a stem portion, it is covered by a polythene cover. You take another polythene cover, just simply tie it and leave it. First polythene cover, inside that you put a small portion of plant and you tie it. Second one, simply leave it. Leave it for some 1 or 2 hours, you just leave it. Then afterwards, you can observe that small water droplets are present in the first one polythene sheet where this plant is present. Here water droplets will be present, whereas in the second sheet no water droplets are present. Why? What is the reason? The reason is that the first plant here in this first polythene cover, the plant is undergoing a process called as transpiration. That is why water droplets are being collected. Which organ of the plant is being helping in the process of transpiration, children? That is leaf. Now, let us recollect what are the functions of leaves. Leaves help in a process called as, first one is preparing food, that is photosynthesis. Second one is it helps in respiration, that is exchange of gases. Third one is it helps in transpiration, that is removal of excess water. So, these are the main 3 functions of leaves. Respiration and transpiration, these both are done by small openings on the leaves. These openings are called as stomata. We have seen what are the functions of roots, what are the functions of stem, and what are the functions of leaves. So, what are all these things? These are nothing but the parts of a plant. Flowers. Flowers make fruits that hold the seeds. Another part of a plant is flower. Flowers are considered as the reproductive part of a plant. It is in the flower which converts into fruits, and here inside the fruits seeds are present. These are the different, you know that different colorful flowers are there in the world, isn't it so? So, we like them most, we use them for various purposes, isn't it children? So, now here this is the structure of a flower. It consists of different parts. So, the different parts of the flowers you will be studying in detail about the structure of a flower in the 7th standard. So, here you just remember that flower is considered as the reproductive part of a plant. Just brief explanation of parts of the flower is given here. It is having sepals, petals, stamens, and pistil, ovary, etc. Sepals, they help in protection. Petals, they attract the insects. Stamens are the male reproductive organs, and gynecium is the female reproductive organ. Apart from the flower, another structure is also present, another part is also present in a plant. What is that? It is nothing but the fruit. Fruits, they are nothing but the fleshy parts of the flower which is consumed, and here inside the fruit what is present? Seeds are present. So, coming to the seeds, seeds will be present inside the fruits, and again the cycle starts. These seeds, again when we sow in the soil, again it gives rise to plant. So, like this the cycle of a plant continues. Have you understood children? So, plant, it is having different parts. So, what are the different parts of the plant? Roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, etc. Have you understood children? So, these are the various parts of a plant and their functions of a plant. So, see here the next slide children, what we have learned. The important parts of the plants are root, stem and leaves. Taproot system and fibrous root system are the two types of root systems. The stem, it bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Leaves help in the process of photosynthesis, respiration and transpiration process, and flower is considered as the reproductive part of the plant. Hope you have understood the topic children, what we have discussed till now. Now, after this you read the lesson carefully and you try to solve the questions which are present in the textbook. Apart from that, you also complete this assignment which will be given by me. Apart from this, and you also visit SCRT website and download the assignments given regarding to this chapter and complete that one. Have you understood children? Hope you have enjoyed this session. Okay children, let us meet in the next session of the digital class. Thank you children.